big things as well is affordability used to drive innovation. So you looked at the 60s and 70s when it really started to change and they were challenging the status quo. And it's because they had huge inflation rates or huge interest rates.
Yeah.
And so they had to get creative. And they had bigger block sizes but bigger families as well. But less rooms, but they were creative rooms, creative spaces. And obviously economic situation has changed a bit over the years. And we went through that period of affluenza, and people are looking at what they're spending their money on and going, what can I do? What can I get for my money? And let's be clever about it. I think residential attitudes is an answer to that.
Well, it's compact architecture as well. So we're looking at, a lot of clients are coming into us and they want to get into these premium suburbs or coastal suburbs, and so they're looking at quite compact lots as well. And so getting creative about how we use that space. And one way to give someone a bigger house is to remove things like passageways and so on. So if we're working on a rear lane block in one of the northern beaches, deleting elements like that, giving them more habitable space and sticking to those budgets. 2 stories from $450 upwards on a rear block is just great value. If someone can wander to the beach, and wander home.
What I love is you go into some homes that are 500 square metres and they feel like they're 300. Rabbit warrens and passages. You go into a 300 square metre home and go, geez, this is big.
It was a bit like that ad where that gentleman's trying to find his mum and his mum's on the GPS trying to get back to the kitchen. And I personally don't see that as a selling point. If you have to walk down a massive passageway to go to the powder room and then you've got to come back. So it's a different way of thinking. Our building company is such that we want everything to be close by, everything to be easy. Whereas these big and bulky houses are sort of not where it's...
Well, humans are pack animals, and I think in this technological age where we're losing touch with each other, the RA home designs are a way of bringing us closer together.
And I think that utilisation of space is good in, like you say, the blocks are getting smaller. I mean, a rooftop terrace, backyards, people say they grew up with these massive backyards, and it's like, and you did, and they were fantastic, but also how much of that backyard did you need? And I think there's something really cool about the fact that by having some of those smaller backyards, it's forcing people to use public open space more, which is social. Whereas, my mum says to me at times, reticulation killed the neighbourhood. Years ago, people would stand out the front and hose their lawn at the end of the day, and they would talk. Before I had retic in my old house, my neighbour and I would literally grab a beer and talk out the front, hosing our lawn. As soon as the retic went in, all of a sudden started seeing the neighbour a lot less. And I think that's the same with having these smaller lots. Like, people are terrified, but it's not a bad thing. It's actually forcing us to get out of our home, to go to be social,
interact,
and
deep
into the funnel of love.